Dear society, I got married at 41 and it was the best decision I've ever taken. I wanted to be with the right partner. So I did not intentionally want to get married at 41. Of course, I wish it happened at 28 and 32 like other people, but that was my journey. I started to see guys at 23 and I was meeting a lot of different proposals that my parents were finding for me and whatever agencies and all of that. There were a lot of things about my own life that were kind of pointed finger at, like, oh beta, why are you wearing these clothes and going out on the weekend? And do you think that marriage material girls go out till 1 a.m.? Do you think that they wear these kind of clothes? Oh, that friend of yours is going to come to pick you up. We know him for years, but what will other people think? All of these things are not working for you. Even though I was doing so well in my career, I was getting featured in newspapers, magazines, all of that was kept on one side. In fact, even that became a red flag. You're so accomplished, guys find this intimidating, you just played a little dumb. And you know what, I started to do that. One guy's like looking at my so-called biodata resume and saying, so you work in advertising, it might be long working hours. He didn't take a moment to ask me, hey, are you happy in what you're doing? Is this what gives you joy? Is this what you really want to do with your life? Nothing. He was just interested in figuring out, is this person going to be, a homely person? Is she going to be able to be a homemaker? When both of that could have come together. I remember one guy, like this was in my early 30s, and he was accomplished. He had studied in the best universities in America. And he kind of, asked me, so where all have you traveled? And I gave this whole list so proudly because I traveled all these places with my own income, with my own money, which I'm so proud of. It's like, oh, that's masculine energy. I'm like, how is that masculine energy? It's like, no, but because when a guy comes in, he's not going to be able to show you all these different places because you've been in all the places. So that is, of course, masculine energy because you don't need a guy. An aunt who had come home and said to my mom, and now you should forget only about her getting married. Her, her age is gone. Even if she has to look for a guy, it should be, someone, she'll get somebody who already has a child. I mean, I don't even think that's a red flag if there is a guy who's divorced or who has a kid. But this is how society is. This is how they tell women things which make them constantly question themselves. Subconsciously, it started to kind of chip my self-worth, lower my self-confidence, and I was like, oh, is something wrong with me? I was always thinking of society, validation from society. They, wanted, very submissive women. So I burned the checklist and I said, you know what? I'm going to focus on those 3 values that I really want. And my values were freedom, integrity, and respect. Because I knew that if I had that with a guy, we could build a beautiful foundation. And that's how I attracted that person on an online dating app. Yes, and I attracted my life partner, who is probably one of my most beautiful, biggest manifestation. And when I put up this post recently on my Instagram, I got trolled a lot. Oh, what about your account? Or now you go visit fertility centers. This is all bullshit. And you know what? You have to marry at the right time. But nobody's asking that, guys, you can have great, healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically beautiful kids only when you're happy. It starts and ends with you. So marrying at 41 was one of my best decisions.